Hello. Hello. Thanks for giving me opportunity to share my story. Today, I'm going to talk about how I get youth involved into the cybersecurity from my experiences. Who am I? My name is Kana, and I have my own company named Blue. I found a conference named Code Blue. It's a hacker conference. And then also I work for the International Counter Cybercrime NPO in US, named APWG as a Asian Liaison and a conference manager. In Japan, I work for, I volunteered for Security Camp Committee as an international corporation. So I help the relationship with Japan and other countries in Security Camp Committee. And also, about 3 years ago, with other seven Asian countries, we found GCSE, Global Cybersecurity Camp, which is 1 week cybersecurity training for young kids. And since last year, I also participate the International Cybersecurity Challenge under ENISA in EU as an International Steering Committee member too. So today I'm going to talk about how did I get youth involved from 3 projects, Code Blue, GCC, and ICSC. I will explain about it. Yes. So let me introduce you to about Code Blue a little bit. Code Blue was started in Tokyo in February 2014. We had it 8 times already. So then Code Blue is aiming to be a world-class conference, world top-class conference with various topics such as technology, law, and cybercrime. And in 2020, because of the COVID-19, we held the Code Blue in online. We had about over 4,000 audiences. And then also before COVID-19, we had about 1,200 attendees and with 100 staffs. And we also support the multilingual translations for speakers. That means if the Chinese speakers want to speak Chinese, we prepare the Chinese translation for him or her. And all audience can hear the English and then Japanese anyway. So this is Code Blue. So first one, I'll talk about student staff at the Code Blue. First, we considered how we can involve young people. We thought about the student discount, but don't have enough money at the time to support the student discount. So as I said, Code Blue has about 100 staff members and 60 of them are the student staff. A lot of people, including the adults, want to join Code Blue as a staff, but we call for staff only from students. So we started to hire them as a Code Blue staff. Then first year, the student staff expected to listen to or attend the sessions more, but it was hard to concentrate the sessions while working for a conference. And the conference work is quite long and exhausting to compare with, learning the computers for them. So that's why we got a lot of complaints from the student staff from for the past year. So we need to change the plan. After the discussion, we decided to do the shift system, as the screen said. So we separate the student staff into the two groups. So in the group A, work on the first day, and the second day, they freely attend the sessions. So it's free for the work day one work day, one free day. So group B attend the session on the first day, and the second day they work. So we switch the team. In this way, they have more time to enjoy the conference. So they like it. They like this way. We also offer the free accommodations for students who comes from the distance. Also provide a kickoff party just before the conference preparations to get to know each other. 60 people, they want to talk each other and they want to become friends. And since we do the kickoff party, top 2 or 3 layers of sponsors also join the kickoff party so that they can reach to the students, and then they may recruiting them in future. So student staff job has been getting popular. We have a lot of applications from students who want to work for us. We carefully listen to their voices and find out their motivations. As I said, they want to attend the sessions free because it's expensive, want to find friends of the same generation who is interested to cybersecurity. And then they want to have fun with international conference because it's expensive, and they talk with overseas lecturers too. And then after that, and after a little while, they find out it's a good chance to know about companies too. Of course, they have a job fair opportunities in other places, but at the Cold they visit the booth, the corporate booth, and they meet the employees there, and they see how each companies are. They think this is more real than job fair. They don't want to talk to the human resources, human resource divisions, but they want to talk with the team they will work in future, researchers or something like that, instant response team, the people in security fields. So for the community and the society, student staff is not only a part-time job, but more like the gate to the cybersecurity community and the society. I really recommend you to involve young kids in this way, if you haven't tried this way. Scholarship. We have scholarship at the Koblu. It's been 4 years. Why is that? In Japan, we had many student loans, but not so many grant type scholarships. When I was studying in the United States, I was supported by many grant type scholarships. That helped me a lot, and I didn't have to pay back. I always thought that I must somehow return the favor to the society. I cannot do big things, but I wanted to create a scholarship and support young people who want to study more, even on a small scale. Plus, I want other companies, associations to start to think of creating the scholarship by themselves. My company is small, so even a small company can make the scholarship. So I want to prove it. By scholarship, I think it attracts more talented kids, talented person to cybersecurity also. besides of becoming a medical doctor or lawyers, they might consider the cybersecurity fields if scholarship is attractive. Cordoba has youth sessions for under the age of 25. We decided to give the scholarship for the best U25 speaker. Our scholarship was 2.5 million yen, which is about 25,000 US dollars. Why this amount? This is because it's about the tuition fee for national 4-year national university in Japan. So that's a scholarship enough to go to the national 4 years university in Japan. So that's why we decided to do the 25,000 US dollars as a scholarship. These two are past scholarship recipients. Depending on the year, sometimes there was no applicable persons for the scholarship. That is why we have only 2 recipients. We like really cutting edge research. That's why it might be sometimes hard for under U25 speakers. In 2018, Pietro Frigo from Italy. He's lucky. There was a carry on from the previous year. So he was awarded 5 million yen, which is 50,000 US dollars about. And 2019, Ryo Ichikawa from Japan, he was awarded 2.5 million yen. So they both are really good. And as a result, both of them didn't need a tuition. Petro was already funded by the government, so he didn't have to pay for his tuitions. And Ryo was about to graduate, so he don't need to pay the tuition also. Therefore, the money was used for their research support, for their research. Some used the hardware, and some used the conference travel fees. So since Code Blue requires very advanced content, and then those 2 cases, who don't need tuition. So we decided to change a little bit the scholarship to the research support funds. If they want to use the research support funds to their tuition, that's fine. But we basically expect the students, the best U25 student in the year will use the money for their research, probably. Cordoba CTF, CTF. So as it says, giving the place and funds for what they want to create. That's what I did. So CTF, we didn't have a CTF at the first how many years? First 5 or 6 years, I don't remember, but we didn't have the CTF, just a conference. So this isn't my idea. This is a suggestion from young CTF players to me. They think international conference needs a great CTF. And they come to me and they said, the Code Blue needs CTF, and they want to run the CTF at Code Blue. They say, let us do it. So I cannot find a reason to say no. I can't say no. I can decline their proposal. So we decided to support their proposal I mean the CTF. And then they create a new CTF system, actually. It's a very great challenge for them too. It's called a Bullseye, which is a competition of the strengths of the exploits. So the winner is like the team or one who quickly writes an exploit with 100% accuracy, or the very accurate, I mean strong exploit. That kind of team wins the CTF. It's very interesting. It was really new in the world. To support to hold the CTF, it costs a lot, actually. We need to cover the CTF participations for travel expenses and accommodations, visa support, and so on. But it was fun to see those, CBCTF organizers working hard. And then also great to have international CTF players from all over the world to Code Blue. So we were honored to have such an occasion. So by giving the place funds for what the young kids want to create, we didn't have to educate them, but they grown up by themselves and they work for society for good. GCSE, Global Cybersecurity Camp. This is simply 1 week cybersecurity training among 8 Asian countries. The mission is very simple. 1, strengthen the Asian security community and create global leaders. 2, providing opportunities to foster lifelong friendship across national borders. 3, learn from cybersecurity experts. Why is that? Asia is historically sometimes difficult. Sometimes government versus government got tense a little bit. And because of that, sometimes, only sometimes, they misunderstand each other. However, cybersecurity incidents or problems often occurs over the borders. And so we need to cooperate to solve the incidents over the borders, so that cooperation over the borders is very, very important. Fostering friendship in a young age, especially before they enter the government or enterprises, may lead to smooth future cooperation. That's what we thought. Mutual understanding and trust is very important. We hope that GCC will help to grow the friendship, trust, and then GCC graduates will be a bridge between countries. You see the GCC Tokyo curriculum held about a year ago. So those are curriculum in 1 year ago. It has machine learning class, automate vulnerability finding, and then binary exploitation class, which is very interesting. And the incident response with the ISP cases class, and so on. And these are very, very interesting. And then the trainers are how to say, world top class. They're very the contents are very good, and even adults want to take it. These great contents attract the attention of the young people a lot. GCC is held once in a year in the winter time, usually, and at least the past three times. The host country changes every year. The first one was Korea, the second one was Tokyo, and the third one is because of the COVID-19. It's supposed to be Taiwan, but it's that this time is all together. We work all together. If not COVID-19, we all visit the host country and then spend a whole week with friends from 8 countries. The curriculum shows only the curriculum also includes a group work and the one-day travel, which gives the students to get to know each other and then discuss a lot. It's enough time to become friends. Like for example, group work, we give the discussion terms such as what should be about GCC in the future, or some other time is what is changed after COVID-19 for the cybersecurity, for good and bad, something like that. They discuss a lot. And for one-day travel, it's fun. Just they enjoy the time together in the same generation. Like they went to the gourmet tours, otaku tours, etc. This year, because it was the online, we held a 2-day CTF instead of the one-day travel. This is the word I tell the students every year as a Japanese leader. GCC is just a 1 week, very short. So I warn them, it is up to you how you use your time. Like if you spend a week in a passive way, taking the courses and staying in the room, time passed by like a flash. So I warn them, it's up to you how to maximize the experiences and what you can learn from GCC. I hope this makes a little bit different. And reaction of the students is like this. They found the best friends in other countries, and some were like crying in the bus to the airport because he was so frustrated with his English, so he determined to study harder. And then some other says the great curriculum. It was a wonderful class that he or she couldn't learn at school. What made me happy was that many said they wanted to come back and involved with GCC even after graduating. So this is for Japan. This is just a Japanese case, but we decided to let the Japanese graduate to be the GCC staffs. So we let them work, support the GCC. In 2021, because it's online, so they handle everything by themselves. Of course, I support them, but they handle very well. I think it's a great ecosystem where students grown up from the cybersecurity camp and they become staff after graduation, and they support the newcomers in the community. So I really hope, this ecosystem works fine in future too. Finally, I'd like to introduce ICSC, International Cybersecurity CTF. Do you know ENISA? ENISA is one of the European Union specialized agencies. Their official name is European Network and Information Security Agency. So ENISA has hosted the European CTF competition named ECSC for the past few years. So ECSC is a CTF tournament where national teams from each country and the EU gather to compete against each other. In 2021, ENISA decided to hold a CTF on a global scale. It's called ICSC, International Cybersecurity Challenge. ICSC will hold the regional local competitions in 5 or 6 regions on the globe. Like, for example, African CTF, Southeast Asian CTF, North America CTF, South America CTF, and Oceania CTF, and so on. So ECSC, European CTF, is also one of the local competitions. The winning team in each region will play in the final round. When is the local competition will be? South Asian competition will be held probably around September, I believe. The details will be announced later. And the final round will be in Europe from probably in November or December. In the final round, it will be Jeopardy style probably, but we still discuss. Some say attack and defense is a nice try for the final. So it will be coming later. It is scheduled to be held once in a year, and the host country changes every year. This is our first attempt this year, and we are currently discussing and then discussing and elaborating the details. We would like to announce the details of the Asian Games as soon as possible, but it will take a little bit of time. I hope some of you join the ICSC Asian Game. Well, I have briefly introduced my challenges to involve young people into cybersecurity. I think everyone is making already efforts to involve young people. They are the future. They are the digital natives. I would like to hear their voices more and work together. I hope my challenge will help you in some way. Help them and help you some way. Thank you.